welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. You got your boys here, Lanny, Bert, the Dividend Diplomats. Hope everyone had a nice, happy Thanksgiving. Spend some time with your family, eat some turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, all the good stuff. That's what it's all about. Spend time with those you care about. And guess what I'm about to do in this video? We're going to talk about how I'm about to put some stuffing into my portfolio and start juicing up some of my weekly purchases here going forward for the rest of 2023 and beyond.
Guys, Bert's going Black Friday shopping, but it's not to buy consumer goods. It's to buy some dividend stocks and ETFs, guys. So smash that subscribe button. Give Bert and I a nice thumbs up. Again, happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a great time with their friends and family and dividend stock portfolios like we did over here on this side of Cleveland. And man, Bert, fun topic here, guys. Bert's going in through a little story, a little background on a certain position he has in his dividend stock portfolio. He's going to talk about a certain goal he has in mind and also possibly the plan for him to achieve this financial goal here. I'm pumped to hear about it.
That's right. So this is going to kind of fly in the face of our Thanksgiving video where Lanny talked about why he's going to keep buying VYM versus SCHD. I'm going to talk to you about the other side of this equation. I'm going to tell you why we're going to be increasing our weekly purchases in SCHD. So
Sweet.
there's some background here. Earlier in 2023, my wife had a mutual fund in a random S&P 500 fund. We wanted to juice up some income and started building a position in SCHD. We transferred the funds over. Ever since that point, we've been buying 2 shares of SCHD every single week, putting in between $135 and $150 every single week, depending on the price at the time. And that's been the plan. So where have we gotten so far with this plan? We currently now own in her traditional portfolio 120.577 shares of SCHD. The market value is $8,624.87.
Oh, wow. Huge.
Yeah, so it's been growing. It's been nice. It's right in line with the cost basis. The stock hasn't done much. Not the stock, the ETF hasn't done much. So we're at a net loss here of $131. So overall, $8,600 of SCHD to date. And that position produces $315.91 of annual dividend income.
Nice. Real solid. I mean, almost 350 bucks in income, 120 shares, Bert. And, SCHD, and when you rolled that forward, put some into SCHD, what made you want to stick with Charles Schwab's dividend income producing ETF of SCHD?
Well, look, in that video, you went through in detail both comparing VYM and SCHD, showing most of it from there. But like the big thing, at least for right now, we built this ETF position in SCHD. I want to get it to at least a full position, a position where I'm comfortable with the income it's producing, and then I can take a look and reevaluate to see if there are other ETFs out there, whether it's VYM, VIG, which is looking pretty interesting, which I know you're doing, Lanny, but that's also up for consideration too, or VOO. What I also like about SCHD, though, is yes, they do have an extremely low payout ratio. The payout ratio is only 6 basis points. They have less holdings than VYM. They have just over 100. I like this companies that are in their top 10. Broadcom, Verizon, Amgen, Coke, Pepsi, Merck, AbbVie, Home Depot, Texas Instruments, and Pfizer. So they pack a nice, powerful punch there in the top 10. So let's enjoy it. Let's ride it. Let's get it to a certain goal and a certain threshold that we're looking to build this SCHD position to.
Yeah, definitely some high yielders, which who would have thought that we would be talking about? Yeah, Verizon, Pfizer, AbbVie, a lot of high yielding stocks right now. A lot of these companies are going through quite a bit when it comes to Pfizer, Texas Instruments, Home Depot, even AbbVie a little bit, Verizon, obviously. A lot of companies going through some sweat right now.
Yeah, that's why you haven't really seen much happen from the appreciation standpoint. Their year to date, they're down over 5%. Over the last 52 weeks, they're down 8.8%. That kind of reflects what's been going on in the top 10 and a little bit more the extended piece of the SCHD portfolio.
Nice. So, Bert, we're filming this right now on, what is it, November 23rd?
Yeah.
And, I know what the price has been like. I know what the price is like right now. I mean, down about 5+% this year, down 8.5+% since last year. You've got a goal.
Yeah.
What does Bert and his family want to do right now with SCHD, with this big dividend income, dividend growing ETF?
Yeah. So, all right. Remember, I said we have $8,600 in SCHD today, produces $315.91 of annual dividend income. Our goal is to round out the income. We're going to set this as an income threshold goal, where we'll reevaluate the strategy after. We want to get $500 annually in this SCHD position, which is in our traditional account. So we're just under $185 away from hitting that goal. So at the current share price at 71.53, we would need to get 190.84 shares of SCHD. So we would have to add 70 more shares of SCHD to our position to achieve the goal at today's prices.
How many more days are left in November? No, I'm just kidding. So, Bert, you need 70 more shares. Let's just call it a clean 70.
Yes.
How many shares have you been doing per week right now between you and your wife?
We've been doing 2 shares.
So at that pace, it would take 35 weeks.
That's right. But as I said, we're putting a little more stuffing. We're packing a little more punch in there. You are hearing this
putting the
first
can of
here.
beer. He's putting the Natty Daddy in the turkey before he gets it in the oven.
That's right. That's exactly what we're doing. We are going to be doubling our weekly share purchase, as that is breaking news here on our YouTube channel. We aren't going to be buying 2 shares every week of SCHD anymore. We're going to be buying 4 shares of SCHD every single week to help juice that up and get us to that goal even faster. Let's freaking go. So that cuts it down, assuming no drip, of course. That cuts it down to 18 more weeks to get there at that 4 shares per week.
And it assumes also no dividend growth.
Oh, that's a good point too. No dividend growth, no additional income from dividend reinvestment. This is just straight how to get there from purchases today with the current annual dividend income. That's a great point, Lanny.
Interesting. So you're going to be doing 4 shares per week, not considering growth or reinvestment. You're looking at a cool 18 weeks. So we're kind of near the end of November. So you're looking at, oh gosh, what, end of March maybe?
Yeah, that sounds about right. And I might purchase some more extra shares too along the way as well. There's nothing saying
you're taking that side hustle money and pouring it into SCHD.
Yes, that's absolutely right. So
plasma shops at the corner.
Yeah, that's really what it is. We're liking SCHD. Regardless of what you feel about SCHD versus VOM or something else, we're building this. I'm going to consider it a full position at $500 of annual dividend income. I still may buy more. I still may keep going. But at that point, I'll take a look and then see, do we want to readjust our weekly purchase strategy, stop putting it in SCHD, and move along?
Wow. Okay. Well, what does SCHD currently look like too, Bert? I mean, with the 14 PE, and I know we went through some of the metrics in the last video. Should we flash some of that here on the screen?
Yeah, I can just quickly rip through them. So with the 71.53, that gives you a PE ratio of 14.34, assuming a forward EPS of 496. With an annual dividend of 262, that's a 52.8% payout ratio. You covered it last time in the last video, Lanny, a 5-year dividend growth rate of 13.81% with a yield of 3.68%. Those are SCHD's quick metrics.
Wow. So there it is, guys. Bert and his family are doing 4 shares a week. Is this going to be like a no matter what?
Yeah.
If the stock price pops 10%?
Yeah. I want to get to $500 of income from SCHD. Then we'll reevaluate after.
Then it's going to be $1,200.
Might be, maybe. You never know. You never know. So everyone, let me know, what do you think of this strategy? Do you like VYM, SCHD? Do you have weekly purchases? If so, please let us know, what are those weekly stock purchases down there in that comment section below.
Guys, what is your favorite dividend stock or ETF right now? What are you wishing for Santa for the holidays from a downturn in a certain stock price? Let us know in those comments below. Keep saving, guys. Keep investing. Let's all get to gosh damn financial freedom, building up that passive income stream. This is what it's all about here on the Diplomats channel, guys. Bert's buying SCHD. I'm buying VYM. Who knows how long we'll actually end up sticking with the plan, but we're going to tell you every single step of the way what we're doing. And Bert, what's another thing you
Hmm.
want this community to do?
If you're not with us, you are against us. Jack, get out.
That was Bert, the Hurt Locker, and Lanny from the DD over and out.